When a billionaire father walked into a luxury hotel ballroom with his son, he expected whispers of wealth and respect to follow him, as they always did. But that night, something else happened, something that no amount of money could ever buy. Charles Whitmore was one of the richest men in the city. His name was on skyscrapers, his fortune built from decades of ruthless deals. But despite all the success, his heart carried one heavy ache. His only son, Daniel, was born with a disability that made walking and coordination a constant struggle. At every party, at every gala, Charles noticed how Daniel was treated, either pitied or ignored. People would greet Charles warmly, but they rarely even made eye contact with his son. It was a pain money could never erase. That night, Charles brought Daniel to a charity ball, determined to show him the world didn't always look down on him. But as the music started and couples filled the dance floor, Charles saw Daniel's eyes lower. His boy wanted to dance, but no one would dare. Then she appeared, a young black waitress in a simple uniform, balancing a tray of champagne flutes. She couldn't have been older than 25. Her name tag read, Amara. Daniel's eyes met hers for a split second. She saw his longing look toward the dance floor, and instead of turning away like everyone else, she walked over. With the gentlest smile, Amara bent down and whispered, "Would you honor me with a dance?" Daniel's face lit up in shock. "But I can't," he stammered. "You can," she replied firmly. "Lead me." The band was playing a soft waltz. Amara set her tray aside, took Daniel's trembling hand, and guided him onto the floor. The ballroom fell silent. People watched in disbelief. Some even smirked at the thought of a waitress dancing with the billionaire's disabled son. But then, something miraculous happened. Amara didn't lead. She followed. Step by step, she let Daniel guide her, no matter how clumsy, no matter how uneven. To everyone else, it looked awkward. But to Charles, standing frozen by the table, it was the most beautiful dance he had ever seen. For the first time in his life, his son wasn't being helped. He was leading, and he was smiling. Charles felt something break inside him. For years, he had thought money could buy his son confidence, friends, and acceptance. But it took the kindness of a young woman, someone with nothing to gain, to show him the truth. Tears welled in his eyes as the crowd slowly began to applaud. Daniel, flushed with joy, didn't even notice. He was too focused on guiding Amara across the floor, proud and unafraid. When the song ended, Amara knelt, kissed Daniel's hand, and whispered, "Thank you for the dance, sir." The boy glowed. Charles could barely breathe. That night changed Charles forever. He sought out Amara and learned she worked double shifts to pay for nursing school. Quietly, without making a grand gesture, he paid off her tuition. But more importantly, he changed how he lived. He no longer measured success by numbers in a bank account, but by how much dignity and joy he could bring to others, starting with his son. Years later, Daniel himself would say, "The moment Amara, let me lead the dance, that's when I stopped feeling disabled." And Charles, the billionaire who thought he had everything, finally realized what true wealth meant.